I'm Igor and this is the List Building Lifestyle, a podcast for those who want to build a large profitable email list and make six figures from anywhere in the world. If you would like to get rich by building a large email list while helping people, this podcast is for you. I also invite you to attend a free web class I'm conducting this week to find out how I built a list of 4,331,656 email subscribers at a profit. Secure your free seat at igor.cx. Attend this free workshop to discover an easy way to get 50 to 500 new email leads per day on complete autopilot without losing tons of money. Just go to igor.cx to attend this free web class. And now, once again, it's time to claim your list building lifestyle. Welcome back to another edition of the List Building Lifestyle with your host, Igor K-Fats. Today I decided to do another one of the Igor Rules episodes, which is an idea that I blatantly stole from my friend Ben Settle, who's got these email player rules episodes that he done on his podcast. And I love them so much that I decided to adopt the idea, again, to blatantly steal it. And Ben was on the show twice here, so I'm almost embarrassed, but not really. But yeah, so anyway, this idea is really fun for me and for the audience. In fact, some of the greatest feedback I received was for these Igor Rules episodes because they're short, they're sweet, and they give you something to chew on really, really quickly. So if you're driving to work right now, or you're working out, maybe you're like washing dishes or something, whatever you're doing right now, I want to share with you 5 rules that I use and enforce in my own life and in my own business to be successful and, fulfilled as much as possible. Because I'll admit, I may be successful and I may be considered to be a successful individual, both in life and in business, but, I rarely feel fulfilled in my life, which is an issue that I've got, a challenge that I've got that I'm dealing with. But what I can tell you is that if I didn't have the following 5 rules in my life installed, I'd be super miserable because every single one of them I had to learn the hard way from experience. So I want to share with you these 5 rules, and I also encourage you to check out the other Igor Rules episodes by going to listbuildinglifestyleshow.com and searching for Igor Rules in the search box on our website so you can grab additional rules as well. And, just so you know, in the future, we'll be releasing more episodes just like it because you can never have too many rules as long as they don't conflict, right? Because, one of those things about online marketing is that you always get conflicting advice, which really is confusing. So I promise with Igor Rules, it's very one-sided, very black and white. And, I created these rules for myself and not for you, just so you understand. And I'm recording this podcast for myself as well. And maybe, for my kids, when they grow up, they'll listen to it and be like, oh, cool, yeah, daddy left something behind. So, so let's go ahead and dive in to the next 5 rules that I encourage you to install in your life for a overall better experience and better results. The first one being, don't try to bait the fish with broccoli. It may be good for the fish, but you'll starve. Give fish what it actually wants. Now, this concept goes back to marketing and dating, right? So remember, I started out my journey in the marketing space by actually being a customer to the dating gurus. So, I had to kind of learn a lot of this marketing stuff through in-field practice and through actual rejection. So what I learned both with dating and with marketing is that a lot of times what I was trying to do, I was trying to give fish broccoli. I thought that broccoli, since it's good for me, it will work for other people. In other words, if I felt that, maybe I should give people content because I felt that that's what I like, but I was wrong because people don't respond to content using their wallets. And we're going to be talking about that actually a little bit later. So basically, the rule here is, don't try to bait either people or animals, whatever, using the things they don't want or the things you think they want. Actually find out what these people want and give it to them. That's the only way you can become important in their world and attract their attention. The only way. No other way, period. Trust me, I've tried this many times over. In fact, not only it took me a long time to figure this out, but even after I figured this out and I started making money online, I tried going back and I thought, okay, now that I'm a guru, I can get away with giving people what I want to give them rather than what they want to buy. And again, I flopped completely. So don't try to bait fish with broccoli, okay? Actually find out what your quote-unquote fish wants and give it to them. That's the only way for you to get attention and sales. Now, the second rule is look for the no, okay? A lot of people kind of steer away from the no. They always look for the yes. They want to close the sale. They want to get, people saying yes. Like I have a friend, she's a professional speaker and she's good. Like she's just very, very good. And, she told me one time, she said that 7 yeses equal a sale. And this is kind of like this common rule that all the speakers have. And you know what? I've tried this rule. I've tried it on webinars. I've tried it on sales calls. I've tried it everywhere. But until you get no's out of the way, it just doesn't work. And the reason a no works is because no makes people feel in control. No makes people feel like they're the ones calling the shots. No doesn't force them to revert back to safety. It actually makes them feel safe. So, if I ever got a call from a salesperson that's like, hey, I'm so-and-so with the water company. Do you like water? And it's like, yes. Would you like to have really healthy water that makes you strong? Yes. Would you like to get it for pennies on the dollar? Yes. Okay, so you can go and, I can come in and I can show you this filter and you can buy it. No, thank you, bye. Right? So people don't like to be manipulated into a yes, and people got so good at communicating with others that they use yes as what Chris Voss calls it a counterfeit yes, where the yes is fake, where the yes means nothing. It's worse than a maybe. It's actually bad. So if you start getting yeses right away, then you're probably not doing it right. So instead, you want to seek a no. Okay, seek a no in terms of find a way to get the person say no, because that's when the real conversation starts. That's when the real connection starts. Not when you get them to say yes. It's only, when you get them to say no. It's a big concept to grasp, and I recommend you check out Always Start with a No by Jim Camp. Amazing book. I consider it to be in the top 5 best books I've ever read. And it talks about the power of no. You should check it out. Yo, it's Igor. If you're loving the content, hop on over to listbuildinglifestyleshow.com for more free training and a free transcript of this episode. Oh, and I'd really appreciate if you logged into iTunes and rated the show. It really helps. Thanks. The third rule is don't be a free consultant. Now, the reason you don't want to be a free consultant, actually, before I explain that, let me explain to you what a free consultant actually is. Free consultant is somebody who gives value and educates for free. And guess what happens when you do that? You basically keep getting nothing, right? You keep educating other people for free, and you keep conditioning them to expect for you to give away your best stuff for free. So instead of being a free consultant, become a better marketer and a better influencer, better storyteller, but don't be a free consultant. Don't just go around teaching people for free. That's not going to make you money. That's not going to get you respect and accolades in your industry. And I learned this the hard way. Like the first time I got invited to speak on stage, that's what I've done. I was like, you know what? What I'm going to do, instead of trying to sell them, instead of trying to get them to sit through a 40-minute presentation, then get them to buy $1,000 product, I'm going to actually teach them some really cool shit. And when I ask for the money, they'll be so blown away by the quality of my content, they'll just rush to the back, And I thought that about webinars. I thought that about live presentations on stage. And it's not true. It just doesn't work like that. And I'm not going to get into the specifics and the mechanics of why it works like that. But what I can tell you is that it just doesn't. It just works differently. People don't buy from free consultants. They just do not. They will buy from good marketers, but they will not buy from free consultants. So don't be a free consultant. Don't write emails, that try to teach people stuff in 500 words. Don't try to put out videos that give people hard content. Don't do that. No. Infotain. Okay, mix education with entertainment. Sure, that has value. That will help you sell. But don't just go around educating people for free. That's just going to get you in trouble. You're going to become a free consultant, which I was for like a couple of years into my career. And then even after I made money, I sporadically came back to that strategy. Never worked. So don't be a free consultant. Now, the fourth rule is everything is within. So you want to seek change within, and you want to do the same thing for your clients. In other words, if you don't like anything in your life, if there's a circumstance or relationship or anything that you hate or that gives you grief, be it not making the kind of money you want to make or be it anything else, the change lies within. The change, you should seek it within yourself rather than trying to go outside and seek it outside. Of course, if you got sued, then get a lawyer, of course. But what I'm talking about is that if for example, you don't like being overweight, the place you need to turn into is within, is to change a core belief about something, about food or about your self-esteem, before you will be able to get results in the outside world. Now, the same thing is true for your prospects, for your potential customers. If you're trying to influence somebody, what you need to do is you need to spend time within their world. If you're spending time within their world with your words and your ideas, you will influence them and you will successfully convert them into a customer. If you don't, it's just not going to happen. So always seek within, go within to get the change that you want. And last but not least for this episode, don't seek permission. Now, this is a biggie because we grow up and we go to preschool, to kindergarten, to school, to high school. Then we go and get certified. We go through stages in our lives from the very early stage, from the very early age, including our parents, by the way, they contribute to this as well, where, we always seek permission from the grown-ups. We always seek permission from people who are more qualified than we are. We seek permission from institutions. We seek permission from, authorities. You don't need that. You don't need that. It's a big part of our society today. It's a big reason why I feel most people are so boring and complacent, because they don't feel they've got permission to be bigger than they are. But it's stupid. It's truly stupid. And again, I had to break through a lot of that permission-seeking mindset because I was a goody two-shoes in school. I was always a straight A student. I always listened to my parents. I would never go against what my parents said until I decided to make money online. That's when I had to break a bunch of permission barriers that my parents and society put on me. And that's when I learned I didn't need anyone's permission to do anything. Now, of course, there's layers to this. So even if you break one permission barrier, you'll have a bunch of others to deal with. But one of the most productive things you can do is to actually work on your permission barriers and break as many of them as you possibly can. Because when you do, the quality of your life improves immediately, that same second, because you don't feel the burden of going and having to ask for permission. You actually feel free. You feel the freedom of being capable of and quote unquote allowed to do whatever the fuck you want. And that's what you truly want in your life. You want more freedom. So if you want more freedom, you need to have less permission-seeking qualities in your life, and you need to stop seeking permission about anything. Losing weight, making more money, becoming a better spouse, going for a new hobby, anything. Don't seek the permission you don't need it, because you're already internally, you're the only one who's supposed to give you permission. Like internally, if you give yourself permission to truly be successful, there's literally nothing that can stop you from becoming successful, whatever the definition of success is to you. So I highly encourage you to sit down, take a pen and a pad, and find out what areas in your life are you still seeking permission, and what exactly are you seeking permission for, and from who. At the moment you can identify it and crush it, you'll see that everything you do in your life, every result in your life will exponentially multiply. So this concludes another episode of Igor Rules. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time we chat, have a good one. Thank you for tuning in to the List Building Lifestyle. Get access to previous episodes, the transcript of today's show, and exclusive content at our website at listbuildinglifestyleshow.com. Also, don't forget to claim your free seat at the traffic workshop I'm conducting this week, where I'm showing how I built a list of 4,331,656 email subscribers without losing money, and how my clients are putting anywhere from 50 to 500 new leads per day on their list at a profit without any list building experience. Just go to igor.cx to claim your free seat now.